hits on hits, I'm an old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got ourselves made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was a dude, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot him to the moon.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Barkley on the counter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a big play that time by the Jets. On first down, Fields. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. They'll give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Here's Fields. Being chased, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. His 5th touchdown on the ground, number 8 overall. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Fields.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields throwing again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, Fields finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the toss, here's Nwangu. He juked him. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, Fields. They'll find Nwangu underneath. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Fields. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Handoff here to Nwangu. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Nwangu. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Giants are going to get the football back. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Now Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Tony. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now headed the other way, they're across midfield. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Steps away to his left. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On the give is Nwangu. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run with Madison. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones off the play fake. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Nwangu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A play fake. Now Fields to throw. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Jones. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run with Nwagu. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On third down, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 2nd and 7, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw is Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Jones. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 2nd and 4. This only up to about the 35. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields gets this to Moore. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time, not an ally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike 20. I'm coming for you, son. Check out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. And now just 3 seconds left. Look at the clock. Time for one more shot. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down. Operating from the gun. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. On 1st down, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot of scoring There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.